All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my review for the recently released direct to Blu-ray, direct to DVD DC animated movie, the latest in the series line of these movies. This is going to be for Batman: The Long Halloween, Part 1. All right, so this is going to be doing a review for the latest released in the DC direct to Blu-ray or direct to video movies that have been released, from DC. So this one, I was pretty excited to go ahead and see. Now, this is the first part, and it sounds like the second part will actually be coming up pretty soon. In that Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2 is set for release, if this is correct, July 27th. So that's actually just in a, like at the end of this month, they'll be releasing the second part in this series for Batman: The Long Halloween. So I feel, I was pretty excited for this one because I feel like it's been kind of a little while since we've had kind of a new release of almost any comic book type movie or anything, be it live action or be it animated, that's been released since post pandemic. And so it's been a little while since I've actually been excited to see a new movie, to go ahead and get to see something, because as we know, entertainment was basically shut down for like a year, or honestly it feels like even longer than that from what was released. So finally we get to see this release for Batman: The Long Halloween. Now, I have not read the comic for this one. I think I went through it briefly. I know the gist of basically of what it is. And I think I remember this one because this is the one that sort of like has the Batman where he sort of has the artwork, sort of has kind of horns for him. He kind of has, like, instead of just the usual tops for the cowl, he's got like these more horn-esque type of wingtips. And they didn't really translate that in this movie, but I do like the artwork in this movie. It is unique as a DC animated movie. It doesn't really look like kind of the Bruce Timm Batman stuff, animated series, New Adventures, that kind of thing. Each kind of one having sort of their own kind of style. It feels a little bit to me like kind of like Batman Year One, somewhat. But I do think it's quite a bit better than that. In that this is kind of one of the more epic sort of Batman tales. We've got Part 1 now released, and then Part 2 will be released later on this end of this month. Be excited to see Part 2, and we'll probably do a review for it when it actually does finally hit here. So, villains for this one. We've got sort of, several. It's kind of a, if you've gone through the comic book, if you've read it or just looked through some of the artwork for it and whatnot, it kind of runs the gamut. It kind of goes through a lot of the different Batman villains. So we got Batman, we got Catwoman, we got Joker, we got Carmine Falcone, and we got Harvey Dent in it as well. And some others as well. Calendar Man also is pretty cool in this one, in that he's not really a Batman. I like it sometimes when they include some new Batman villains, in the different movies or whatever they're doing, because we're so accustomed to and used to Joker. We're so used to Two-Face, Harvey. We're used to a lot of these in that they've been done so many times that I do like to get to see it when you bring in some different type of kind of Batman villains that aren't used as much, like a Calendar Man, or maybe somebody like, Hush, or, maybe a Clock King or somebody like that. Just some of the more obscure kind of cool sort of Batman villains in these. So, excited for the second one when that does eventually release here. And artwork for this one's really good. I like kind of the intro style and everything they kind of use for it. They have released a lot of DC anime movies at this point. Some of my favorites would be probably Batman Under the Red Hood. It's one of the best they ever did. I like Crisis on Two Earths. Also very, very good. The recent one they did with Batman and Catwoman was also really good. Was that Hush, where they kind of team up and stuff. And they sort of go something similar like that with this one, in that you do have Batman, you have Catwoman, and they kind of have a relationship in this one somewhat as things are playing through. We even get Grundy in this one as like your sewer zombie, who's really awesome. I always like Grundy. I always think he's a really cool character. Born on a Monday, he just walks away and stuff. It's fun, but the second part looks really good. You get to see some more of the classic kind of Batman villains, but again, whichever new ones they can kind of throw in are cool. So the story of A Long Halloween, I guess it's they sort of did this with Hush as well too, where they kind of took it and they sort of used it as kind of like a mystery or detective type of story. And that's kind of, I won't spoil too much of the first movie, but there are some kind of mystery elements to it, a whodunit type of situation. Was it the Joker? Was it this person? Was it somebody else? That kind of mystery thing, and of course you have to watch the second part when it releases here to find out who's been killing people on the holidays and everything, which is cool. And it's like Long Halloween. You go through the different days calendar, go through the different days as these events are taking place. So I enjoyed this one a lot. I have not read all the way through the comic. I've looked through it. And it's the artwork. I never really like the artwork that much. It's okay, in terms of that. But I haven't really read it through to be able to compare to the comic and whether or not they're going to kind of switch things. Because I think in Hush they kind of change things a little bit, which actually is good because it kind of keeps the mystery and it keeps you sort of uncertain so that it's not just spoiled if you read the comic and you know exactly how things are going to go. By them remixing it, they make it kind of familiar but yet new, in that you don't necessarily know how things are going to play out, or at least you're a bit uncertain if they will play out that way. In kind of if they start to kind of do different things with them and take some liberties, it can kind of be exciting because then you're kind of guessing. Even if you've read the comic, you're not like a super geek that already knows everything's going to happen, and you're kind of bored watching it through because it's just an animated version of it. But the animation's good. I like the part with Joker. He's like flying in this little plane and everything. And the voice acting crew is pretty awesome for this one. I have to say, the voice of the Joker, Troy Baker does it, and I swear he must be one of the best impressionists ever because he sounds exactly like Mark Hamill. I cannot tell the difference. I thought it was Mark Hamill. When I was watching it through, I was like, what's that, Mark Hamill? And then I checked the IMDb and it's like, no, it's Troy Baker. Somehow this guy has managed to get down that Joker voice perfect. I mean, not just like if I can't tell that that it's not Mark, then Luke, then that's pretty amazing, considering I'm such a huge, I've seen every episode of the Batman animated series at least once or probably more like twice or three times when I was younger. All the different Batman stuff over all the years, Arkham video games and whatnot. His Joker voice is perfect, I would say. So kind of amazing. Jensen Ackles as Batman, who is he's Supernatural. Is that what he's from? I think JDM talks about him sometimes because, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's one of the Supernatural guys, right? So anyway, he plays a pretty good Batman. He's going to be in The Boys too. That's cool. So a pretty good Batman. Kevin Conroy. He's not Kevin Conroy, but he's he does his best, right? As best as you're gonna do. It'd almost be like get an impressionist for me anyway, because every time I see Batman do this in animation, I expect to hear Kevin Conroy's voice afterwards. So Harvey and the others, Catwoman. So I like sort of the way they kind of have Batman and Catwoman kind of in an ongoing type of thing between some of the movies here, like Hush and this one. So it is really good stuff. So I'm excited for the second part of this DC animated direct movie. I'm going to give the first part a 7.8 out of 10. The art style is very cool. The mystery kind of style to it's also very good. I like the theme and everything, and just that for me, some of the fights are also pretty cool between the different gangs with Batman and everything, and Catwoman helping out a little bit, and the others. Joker's awesome as always, what you can expect. And a bit of mystery in there too, very cool, with Calendar Man being super creepy and very fun, as we don't get to see him all that often in anything Batman related, really. So many Batman rogues, right? So excited for the second part. Definitely will check it out, and let me know if you guys got a chance to watch this. Leave your comments below if you did. Also, I'll leave you with this. What is your favorite DC animated movie that they've done? Because they've done a lot over time. It doesn't have to be Batman. It could be, one of the other ones as well, Justice League or Superman, or one of the other ones they've done. That's it for this review, guys. I'll see you again soon for another video. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace later, guys. See you soon.